In the top stories, Prime Minister Harris promotes CBI program in Dubai. St. Kitts Nevis cultural performance set for Tuesday at Expo 2020, and the local chef puts national dish in the spotlight in Dubai. The details on these stories and more after the break.
In your formative years, we were there. When you got the good news and the bad, we were right there with you. Through all your great adventures, we were always right by your side. Now that life has thrown us a curveball, we are still here. And as we navigate this difficult period, the SKCCU will continue to be there for you and your family to help you through. We will assist you in safely and efficiently accessing your funds through our digital platforms, online banking, mobile banking, ATMs, and even our drive-through services. We can get through this together with responsible financial decisions by making food and medication a priority, practicing proper hygiene, maintaining social distancing, and constant prayer.
We're here for you.
We're still here.
We will get through this together.
SKCCU will continue to be your financial partner for life.
Welcome to the beautiful islands of St. Kitts and Nevis. Today, we'll be spending time with the Wilberts. They're a happy family that love liming, and with plenty of food and drink to go around, life is good, but not for long. Sadly, the Wilberts never paid attention to what they ate or drank. And when asked to reduce those sugary drinks, they joked and said, "We will, but not today." Unfortunately, a year later, Mr. Wilbert had a stroke. And a few months after that, Mrs. Wilbert was diagnosed with diabetes. From hospital bills and the cost of drugs to time off work, this began to take its toll on the family. But it wasn't until they saw the effect it was having on their children that they finally decided to make a change. You see, the Wilberts realized their family was already sweet enough, and a healthy lifestyle was the best gift they could ever give them. What gift will you give your children?
Without limits, happy and free. The skin you're in with no apology. The one to seize the day. Grab an LLB. Live, love, be. With LLB. Live, love, be. Live, love, be. Be who you know you can be. Grab an LLB. Live, love, be. Angostura, lemon, lime and bitters. Live, love, be.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Carla Berridge. Several high-level St. Kitts and Nevis officials, led by Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris, headlined an event at Dubai's Jumeirah Hotel to discuss the country's Citizenship by Investment CBI program. The attendees included Honorable Eugene Hamilton, Permanent Representative to the United Nations, His Excellency Ambassador Ian Liburd, Citizenship by Investment Unit's CEO Les Khan, and St. Kitts and Nevis's Ambassador to the UAE, His Excellency Justin Harley. According to the College Times, the event was centered around the St. Kitts and Nevis' limited time offer that allows foreign nationals second citizenship through a monetary contribution. The invitation-only gathering consisted of over 200 agents, second citizenship experts, and economic citizens who had the opportunity to learn more about St. Kitts and Nevis' CBI program. St. Kitts and Nevis is promising a world-class cultural performance at Expo 2020 Dubai on Tuesday, when the Federation celebrates its National Day. Director of Culture Troy Mills is leading a 12-member contingent of masquerades, drummers, fifers, and a soca artist in Dubai for the performance. Mills said the team is expected to represent St. Kitts and Nevis at Expo 2020, noting that the members of the St. Kitts and Nevis Combined Masquerade Troupe are anticipating a very high energy and entertaining performance. He also noted that apart from performing on the National Day, the masquerades are booked for 2 performances on November 17th at the Sun Stage, 2 performances at the Sea Stage on November 18th, and a double performance at the Earth Stage on November 19th. Former soca monarch Deli Ranks from Nevis will entertain the global audience with a medley of patriotic songs. Local chef Dion Williams, better known as Chef Gary of Gary's Catering, will prepare the national dish of St. Kitts and Nevis for a luncheon on the country's National Day, which will be celebrated on November 16th during Expo 2020 in Dubai. The luncheon will be held at Farrago Restaurant. The menu for the national dish will comprise saltfish and coconut dumplings, sautéed breadfruit, spicy fried plantain, and goat water. Chef Gary was quoted as saying, "I think it is a great opportunity for me to be at Expo 2020, having worked in the industry for 35 years. I will do my best and make sure the dish is presented as it should be presented. I want to thank Director Freights, Chair of the local organizing committee for Expo 2020, for affording me the opportunity to be here and to represent my country." St. Kitts and Nevis' National Day ceremony will include a flag-raising ceremony and playing of the national anthems of both St. Kitts and Nevis and the UAE, an official speech by Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris, and an official speech by a UAE representative, among other activities. Representatives of government agencies are taking part in a week-long Foundation Intelligence Analysis Training FIAT course at the Customs and Excise Department Conference Room. According to National Security Advisor, retired Major General Stuart Saunders, the goal is to train personnel from various government agencies such as National Security, Finance and Health to work together to address threats that come to our shores.
So this morning's activity revolves around what is called a Foundation Intelligence Analysis course, right, or analysis training course, which basically assists persons in coming together, working together, in order to achieve what is necessary as far as solving issues are concerned, the way in which information is handled, the way in which information is transformed into intelligence, and the way in which the products are therefore used thereafter.
He said training such as this is necessary as the factors that threaten larger countries are still a reality for smaller nations like St. Kitts and Nevis.
So you're talking about drug trafficking, corruption, money laundering on one side, the criminal side. You're talking about climate change. You're talking about disasters which we're accustomed to over time, natural disasters, hurricanes, that sort of a thing. Food and water security are part and parcel of the whole plethora of threats that impact us. So anything you read, for argument's sake, or hear about in the media as a threat to a particular nation is also very much a threat to us here in the Federation. Threats are.
The featured speaker was Attorney General Honorable Vincent Byron. The course is described as a critical component in the fulfillment of the national security strategy and the Federation's achievement of a national security infrastructure. Major General Saunders said after this workshop they hope to have the infrastructure more integrated than before, emphasizing greater interaction and teamwork between departments. After the break, Diabetes Awareness Week underway and CFBC's President's Excellence Awards hosted. Stay with us.
Triple the joy at home as you elevate your experience with Flo's new Triple Play bundles. For the first time ever, bundle up and save on internet, TV, and home phone together for more satisfaction. For as low as $175, enjoy up to 35 megabits per second super fast internet, 70 TV channels with HD entertainment, and free landline minutes with the all-in bundle. Visit your nearest Flo store to sign up for a Triple Play bundle. Conditions apply.
Paint it, style it, improve it. Your walls, paint it. Your rooms, style it. Your home, improve it with huge savings at the Hoxford's Building and Nevis Center's Paint It, Style It, Improve It sales event. Come to Hoxford's Building and Nevis Center now and get savings of 25% off all paints, plus deals and discounts store-wide on home improvement items.
Paint it with 25% off all paints. Style it and improve it with other deals and discounts store-wide.
It's your home, so paint it, style it, and improve it at the Hoxford's Building and Nevis Center Paint It, Style It, Improve It sales event. 25% off all paints and more. Come now, save big, and simply paint it, style it, and improve it. Event starts now and ends December 31st, 2021. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
I want it all. Your vehicle insurance should never break your bank. With Beacon, you can get up to 35% off your fully comprehensive car insurance and still get full protection from unexpected damages with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. When it comes to your insurance, always be sure you settle for more. Call Kane Agencies at 869-465-3333 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get a quote today.
Welcome back. As Diabetes Awareness Week is observed in the Federation, Minister of Health Honorable Akila Byron Nisbet is drawing attention to the illness as it is the 7th leading cause of death globally. In an address to mark the week this year, Minister Byron Nisbet pointed to its impact locally.
On the local level, the number of registered cases at community-based health centers increased by 603 cases over the period 2016 to 2020, reflecting an average of 120 new cases per year. Of the total, 60% are female, and 95.8% of the total registered clients are diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, with a 50% death increase from 2015 to 2018. It is undeniable, therefore, that among the non-communicable diseases, diabetes remains a threat to the Ministry of Health and the quality of life of the Federation's citizens.
On a global level, the International Diabetes Federation, Diabetes Atlas, states that 537 million adults around the world are living with diabetes. That is 1 in 10 adults. The health minister said she was happy to partner with the St. Kitts Diabetes Association.
I am therefore very pleased that the local Diabetes Association continues to collaborate with the Ministry of Health to bring awareness to diabetes and mitigate against the incidence of diabetes. The theme amplifies the message regarding the importance of increasing access to diabetes care to improve diabetes management, prevent complications, and enhance the quality of life of people living with diabetes.
The theme for the week is access to diabetes care. If not now, when? Persons are encouraged to properly manage their diabetes care with proper nutrition, exercise, medicine intake, no smoking or drinking, and regular checkups. More than a dozen young persons were awarded for academic excellence on Saturday at the 2nd Annual President's Excellence Award Ceremony hosted by the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College. The goal of the award is to honor students' academic achievements and contributions to the college and the wider community. In her address, President of the CFBC, Dr. Jacqueline Austin, urged the awardees to not become complacent and remember that excellence is a journey.
It is a journey throughout your lives, and this accomplishment here this evening is not the finish line. You have a purpose to fulfill, and whether it's in your personal or professional life, always challenge yourself not to settle.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, William Hodge, offered congratulations to the awardees on behalf of the ministry and encouraged them to continue pursuing excellence.
You as the awardees, you must continue to have excellence as your watchword. Sometimes we tend to use it and perhaps pay just lip service. But it has become a struggle for some persons to be excellent because they're easily satisfied with mediocrity. And I would want to say to you young people that we don't really have any room for mediocrity in our society. We have too many things that we need to achieve, and so we have to continue on the path of excellence.
16 persons received academic excellence awards, among them TVET scholar Appian Stevens. The W. Ferdinand and Cynthia M. Doer Award to Best Student in the Division of Teacher Education went to Wycherley Gums, and Best Agriculture Studies Student went to Dylan Richardson. Awards of merit were also presented to Leonest Edinburgh, Wycherley Gums, and Jeremiah Welcome. St. Kitts and Nevis will welcome 10 cruise calls this week, berthing at Port Zante and South Friars Bay. On Monday, Britannia berthed at Port Zante. On Tuesday, Ida Perla, Explorer of the Seas and Celebrity Equinox, will berth at Port Zante. On Wednesday, Celebrity Constellation and Rotterdam will berth at Port Zante. On Thursday, Allure of the Seas will berth at Port Zante. On Friday, Celebrity Silhouette will berth at Port Zante, while Seabourn Odyssey will dock at South Friars Bay, and on Saturday, Silver Whisper will berth at Port Zante. Attorney and author G.N.A. Williams will officially launch her first published book, Lifting the Weight of Miscarriage, Healing Insights on Pregnancy Loss for Sufferers and the People Around Us, next Tuesday. In what readers have described as a true survival guide for miscarriage sufferers, the book chronicles Williams' journey into the first 6 months after the loss of her baby. She spoke with ZIZ News about how the book came about.
In November 2020, I suffered a miscarriage at 6.5 months pregnant. It was my first pregnancy. And as a result, I was experiencing a lot of negative emotions, and I began to purge my emotions in writing. And as I began to write more, I recognized that it was taking the format of almost like a guide to things that you could say to people, things that you could do to help people who have suffered pregnancy loss, not just the mothers, but fathers as well.
She said the goal is to help to fill the informational gap when it comes to healing after the loss of a child.
I found myself having experiences, negative ones, some positive, but some very notable negative experiences with people who didn't know what to say to me, people who avoided me, people who said the wrong things, and I just felt like it seemed as though there wasn't enough resources out there for people who have suffered pregnancy loss. So I decided, after doing my own research, looking for books to help me, that I was going to write that guide and I was going to publish the things that I was writing, because the topic is not well explored in the region at all. And I just felt like, as a Caribbean woman, my experience is not unique, because there are so many other women who I know who have suffered this loss as well.
She said the launch on Tuesday will be informational and educational.
The launch is on the 23rd of November, 2021, which is actually going to be the 1-year anniversary of my miscarriage. And it's going to be at the Antioch Baptist Church at 6 p.m. It is going to be a mix of education, entertainment, and inspiration. I think that persons who would have suffered miscarriage especially may find the information that we're going to be delivering at the launch very helpful. Persons, also women who have also had struggles with infertility, they may also find the information useful as well. And just generally people who want to support local authorship.
At the launch, books will be available for sale and there will be a signing by the author. The event will be live streamed on the Facebook and YouTube accounts of G.N.A. Williams. The book is also available for purchase in paperback and Kindle ebook format on all Amazon markets. Interested persons are encouraged to visit www.gnwilliams.com for more information. Coming up in regional news, protests erupt in Cuba over economic reforms and democracy. The details when we come back.
Here are your Hot Suits Value Mart IG Value Club Blue Tax specials for November 4th through 17th. Purex liquid detergent $12.99. Dole juices $11.99. Totino's Party Pizzas $7.99. Blue Bonnet margarine sticks $4.99. Essential Everyday Waffles $7.99. Gain dish detergent $6.99 each. And now our very low weekly value deals. Betty Crocker cake mixes $4.99. Essential Everyday Dry Roasted Peanuts $9.99. Essential Everyday Salsa $7.99. Yoplait Yogurt $2.99. Colgate Toothpaste $7.99. Arm & Hammer Deodorant just $7.99. Shop smart, shop Value Mart. Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí a Value Mart.
There is no better time to discover what your National Bank Visa debit or black cards can do.
Mimi, what's that song?
It can get you out of a pickle. Using my National Bank Visa card is fast, secure, and convenient.
Cashless SKN is our new lifestyle choice. National Bank, always here.
And we're moving on to news on the regional scene. Cubans took to the streets on Monday in a nationwide day of protest. Meanwhile, over the weekend in the U.S., Cuban Americans rallied to show their support for those demanding democratic and economic reforms over the weekend. NBC's Morgan Redford reports.
A sign of solidarity. A caravan of cars in Miami showing their support for Cubans just 90 miles away. As Cubans on the island gear up for mass protests today, demanding basic necessities and freedom. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken echoing his praise for the brave Cuban people showing the strength of their will. Just months after unprecedented anti-government protests swept the island in July, leaving hundreds imprisoned by the Cuban government. Junior Garcia, a playwright and leader behind today's protest, spoke to NBC from inside his home in Havana.
I think that we don't have democracy in Cuba.
This just hours before he says his home was surrounded by state agents on Sunday.
Está rodeado todo el edificio de agentes de la seguridad del Estado vestidos de civil.
It is a reality that Iris Mariño Garcia faced firsthand. She was jailed for 10 days following the July 11th protests and says she still won't give up.
¿Tienes miedo? Are you afraid?
Sí. Sí tengo miedo. En este brazo, mi brazo derecho, recibió hematomas, me dieron golpes, me arrastraron, me secuestraron. Claro que tengo que tener miedo, soy un ser humano, pero estoy en paz, porque sé que lo que estoy haciendo es justo. Mi conciencia está limpia, es justo para una Cuba plural, una Cuba democrática y libre. ¿Qué necesitamos?
This all comes on the same day that Cuba reopens its borders to tourists, after being closed for more than a year during the pandemic. That's why those marching today say now is the time for change, while the world is watching.
Que sea simplemente para amedrentar, porque esta vez el mundo está mirando y está mirando con antelación, no como...
Meanwhile, there are still nearly 700 estimated detainees from those July protests. In fact, those same sources you just saw me speaking to there in Cuba say they fear for their safety and their lives. Before our interview, they said their full name and location on camera just so people would know where to find them if they get taken away today.
As Trinidad ends the state of emergency, business owners are concerned over the rise in crime that is expected to follow. TTT News has the report.
An expected rise in criminal activity is worrying to the local business community. This according to Director of the Confederated Regional Business Chamber, Ricardo Mohammed.
Of the SOE, we also have to look at the spiraling increases in crime and the crime rates as well, which is very concerning for us as business people.
Mr. Mohammed says he has advised his membership to reach out to the police in their area to request joint army police patrols during this Christmas season. He adds that some changes need to be made to the safe zones to lessen personal contact.
Already started to put things in place for a digital platform similar to some of the other countries, maybe a basic QR code, so that when someone comes, they can just pull up their phone. Almost everybody has a phone now when they go out.
Mr. Mohammed was a guest on TTT's Now Morning Show on Monday.
Coming up, Liverpool hospital blast labeled terrorist threat. International news is next.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy a life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses. Good medical cover gives you a competitive edge and takes care of the people that take care of your business. Get a better plan to build a better business. Call us at 465-3333 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
Welcome back. The United Kingdom has stepped up its terror threat level following a blast in a taxi outside Liverpool Women's Hospital. It has been declared a terrorist incident and 4 people have been arrested. Al Jazeera's Nedim Baba reports.
The drop-off point at Liverpool Women's Hospital in northwest England. It's just before 11 a.m. There's an explosion, then the driver can be seen getting out and several people rush to help him. He was injured but has now been released from hospital. By the time fire crews arrived, the taxi was in flames and the passenger was dead inside the vehicle. Liverpool's mayor has called the driver's actions heroic, saying they avoided, in her words, an absolutely awful disaster.
I can't comment on the details or exactly what type of incident it was, what type of crime it may have been, but it does look as though the taxi driver in question did behave with incredible presence of mind and bravery.
This has now been declared a terrorist incident. Counter-terrorism police have been involved in the investigation since Sunday. Hours after the incident, police arrested 3 men, all in their 20s, at the same property in Liverpool. A 4th person's now been detained. Police say they found significant items at one address.
It is not clear what the motivation for this incident is. Our inquiries indicate that an improvised explosive device has been manufactured, and our assumption so far is that it was built by the passenger in the taxi. The reason why he then took it to the women's hospital is unknown, as is the reason for its sudden explosion.
Police say the passenger had asked to go to the hospital, but they're checking whether there's any link with Remembrance Day events nearby. Nadeem Baba, Al Jazeera.
India's Supreme Court told authorities on Monday to shut offices in the capital and nearby cities because of hazardous air pollution. More in this Reuters report.
India's top court has issued a work-from-home order over toxic pollution concerns in the country's capital. The Supreme Court told authorities on Monday to shut offices in and around New Delhi and nearby cities, allowing millions to return home while officials seek a way to reduce hazardous air pollution. New Delhi, in the north of India, has been battling a toxic haze since early November. City authorities have already taken emergency measures to close schools and cease building work for 4 days from Saturday. The court also sought measures to halt non-essential vehicle traffic, cut industrial pollution and limit dust. Resident Geeta Jain explains the impact the pollution is having on people's physical health.
Nowadays everyone has breathing problems, irritation in the eyes as soon as they step out. It feels as if one should not go out, but you feel suffocated sitting in the house, so it is important. It is important to be physical. Several times we've gone out and returned because it feels as if there's smoke everywhere. Even when we wear masks, we feel irritation in the eyes.
The court also sought urgent steps to rein in crop waste fires in the neighbouring states of Haryana, Punjab and Uttar Pradesh, set by hundreds of farmers looking to clear fields for a new sowing season. Recent efforts to reduce the burning of crop waste, a major source of air pollution during winter, have seen little benefit. On Monday, Delhi recorded an air index quality of 343 on a scale of 500, a sign of very poor conditions that can cause respiratory illness on prolonged exposure. The capital experienced severe conditions late last week as temperatures dropped and the index reached 499. Although the court did not set a deadline for the action by authorities, it will take up the pollution issue on Wednesday.
Up next in sports, 6 African teams qualify for 2020 FIFA World Cup finals, and China blocks video game Fortnite. Stay with us.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy a life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
First up in sports, 6 African teams have qualified for the FIFA World Cup playoffs next year in March. Democratic Republic of Congo, Ghana, Mali and Egypt joined the Lions of Teranga and the Pharaohs in the pre-qualification games in 2022. More in this African News report.
6 African teams have qualified for the FIFA World Cup playoffs next year in March. The DR Congo, Ghana, Mali and Egypt joined the Lions of Teranga and the Pharaohs in the pre-qualification games in 2022. The continent will be represented by 5 teams, which will be decided in March on a 2-legged playoffs. Meanwhile, other teams are yet to join the playoffs in a decisive matches scheduled this Tuesday. The most thrilling match will be between Cameroon and Ivory Coast at the 42,500 capacity Amadou Ahidjo Stadium in Yaoundé. Other matches include Algeria vs Burkina Faso, Tunisia vs Zambia, and Nigeria vs Cape Verde.
Epic Games pulled the plug on its Chinese version of Fortnite on Monday, with its 3-year effort to penetrate the world's biggest gaming market derailed by Communist Party crackdowns against online addiction and broader tech sector. More in this France 24 report.
It's game over for Fortnite as Chinese authorities maintain a tight grip on the digital and gaming sector. On Monday, the highly popular video game became inaccessible in China, with developer Epic Games shutting down servers. It comes 3 years after a test version of the action-packed shooter and world-building game was launched in the country, featuring differences in gameplay and graphics to meet local restrictions. But that wasn't enough for Beijing, which never gave the green light for a formal launch. The Communist Party has imposed several restrictions on the gaming industry. In August, authorities limited the time under-18s could spend gaming online to 3 hours per week, and only at certain times on certain days of the week. A broad crackdown in the last year has also affected the wider technology sector, with both economic and social objectives. In October, Microsoft said it was closing the Chinese version of LinkedIn, a career-orientated social network. While earlier this month, Yahoo announced it would also pull out of the country, citing an increasingly challenging business and legal environment.
And that's it for sports. When we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
Whether you're at home or abroad, ZIZ's social media platforms help you stay connected with what's going on in St. Kitts and Nevis. Keep up with daily events by liking our Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter at ZBC Online. Like our pictures on Instagram and subscribe to our videos on YouTube. Also, you can watch us live on the ZIZ mobile app and our website, zizonline.com. No matter where you are, ZIZ is just a click away. ZIZ Broadcasting Corporation, reaching you wherever you are.
And we're wrapping up with a recap of the top stories. Prime Minister Harris promotes CBI program in Dubai. St. Kitts Nevis cultural performance set for Tuesday at Expo 2020. And local chef puts national dish in the spotlight in Dubai. And that's the end of the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. Thank you for joining us. I'm Carla Barrage. Goodbye.